of course there's always been oneness. It's a holistic world. It's not the world is not made of the sum of the parts. Consciousness draws to itself physical form through which to express. There's a vast diversity of those physical forms. I mean, incredible diversity, but the consciousness that expresses through those physical forms is one. So when you get oneness, you also, if you get somebody who's very angry today and holds their anger, they're no longer a person with anger. All the anger in humanity forms is one. And so when you get angry, you join all the anger of every human being who has anger. That is also a price of oneness. And so suddenly your anger takes you into an area and you do something you wouldn't dream of doing. But it wasn't just your anger anymore. Instead of you having anger, anger had you and was expressing you, human anger. So that's another aspect of oneness. So that therefore then you get this anger as an emotion. You know, it's the effect, it's not the cause. You can't make anybody angry. All you can do is bring out the anger that's already there. So anger is an effect. The cause is an attachment to an outcome. In other words, you see what I'm saying? If you wanted me to say certain words and I didn't say them and you were getting angry, well then you were attached to me saying certain words. And so that's always an attachment to an outcome. So the anger and all the negative expressions is now collectively so strongly in humanity. Yes, because your emotions are no longer your own emotions. Your emotions are collectively one with every human being. And so to find today emotional completeness brings it back into individual. The rest is massive duality. Do you see what I'm saying? And so people are often saying to me, I get overwhelmed by my emotions. Well, yes, they are, because there's no longer just their emotions. We're really beginning to experience what it means by this oneness, this connectedness, instead of every person thinking they're individual. You know, you get a football crowd, a part of a pavilion collapses and there's a stampede. And 20 or 30 people are run over, stampeded by 100,000 people trying to get out of an enclosed space. They completely lost all individual and went straight back into the herd instinct. You know, group consciousness just overwhelmed the development of individual consciousness. So individual consciousness is still developing, even in human beings. So, for instance, most people know themselves, or aware people, I am part of the whole. But most of them do not feel that I am the whole in this part. They can intellectually get it, but they don't really feel they're the whole in the part. And then they realize a part in the whole in the part, and then the whole in the whole. And they're all one, back to oneness. So we're still creeping our way through that. If you walk in a city, you cluster. People don't realize it, they cluster. Consciousness clusters. When we die, we don't all go to the same place. There are many, many levels when the physical body dies. Anger clusters incredibly. And so if you're a murderer, you'll find that all the people you're living with in your street, after you've left the physical reality, most of them are murderers. And so even in anger, underneath all that, we're still a soul. We are not the emotion. Emotions are something we express soul through. And so even if you had a reality frame where everybody is angry, when you see everybody angry around you and you're relating with anger, and we've been there before. You know, I've seen other frames of reality where we've had that. When there were giants, we had that. You're still a soul on a journey. And they're still going to have your physical life come to an end. And there's still the opportunity to say help from the heart. And when you say help from the heart, there are not only angelic help, there is also help from the soul being you are. You know, my life was completely changed in one moment, many, many years ago when I was a teenager. And my whole probability path was changed. So even if you were clustering, and that clustering is going to be fairly loose. You know, it's not going to be a tight, all murderers together, but anger. You know, today on this planet, I would say 80% of the world's population has anger. real anger issues, and yet they're very different people. And so gradually this emotional collectiveness will begin to work its way out. They will continue the evolution in the same way we do now. There will never be a static state, fixed and stuck and static. If there is one, we've reached that now. We're as fixed and stuck and static as we can get. To sleep in mass. Waking up is a one-by-one choice. To me, there is no lost and there's no saved. They're just concepts that are ridiculous. We're all immortal beings. Nobody's superior, nobody's inferior, nobody's better, nobody's worse. We all sort of will reap the harvest of our way of being. To become conscious, to become aware. Now, people live subconsciously. This is, any psychologist will tell you, that probably about 95% of the world's population spends 95% of each day or their whole life subconscious. Subconscious repeats the past forever. So if we're designed to be conscious beings. And so all you've got to do is live consciously. How do you do that? 100 times a day, choose love. You don't need to learn anything. It's just about raising your consciousness. I choose love. Okay, let's establish one thing. Love is not an emotion. You know, most of the world believes love is an emotion. Our highest emotional level is what we call love, a human love. But love is the power of creation. And so, exactly as you said, we were in a car the other day and somebody came and tailgated it. And in the car afterwards we laughed. Most people were thinking in our car, okay, I choose love. And we got out and it was no bad experience at all. The guy was nice who crammed the back of it, not our car, but that was in America. And so, but you don't know what love is. You're having a hard time. You're struggling. Probably in that case you won't even see this video and it won't be a problem. But if you're slightly more aware, you could then say, okay, I don't know what love is. It's a concept, but I choose to focus toward love. I choose to focus toward appreciation. I choose to focus toward respect. I choose to respect me. I choose to appreciate me. I choose to appreciate the people in my life. I choose to appreciate the way life is. And when you choose that, where you focus, energy flows. And so you choose respect, you choose appreciation, you choose love. And that's where you're focusing towards. Where you focus, energy flows. And so as you choose to focus toward them, even if it's concept, then that's where your energy flows, and gradually the love begins to awaken in you. Like you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes. Oh my God, I can see. And you suddenly appreciate it, because millions won't. Millions will open their eyes and see nothing. You know, tens of millions. You get out of bed and you can walk. Oh God, I can walk. And you realize, wow, thank you, I can walk. I can lift my arms up above my head. Millions, hundreds of millions will never do that again. Can't walk and will never lift their arms very high. And so you begin to appreciate what you've got. You're on that focusing toward love, appreciation, respect. And the other one is trust. Trust holds hands with love. Today I'm going to learn to trust myself. I choose trust. I choose respect. I choose appreciation. I choose love. And you're on that journey toward experiencing what love is. Not making any choice means more of the same. You know, if you're going to London, you go to the airport and you get on a plane going to London. You don't just get on an aeroplane. Oh, sorry, sir, you're in India. Where do you want to go? London. Oh, you got the wrong plane. And so you get the right plane. Well, when we wake up in the morning, instead of getting out of bed and just charging into our confusion, it's a good idea to say, today I'm going to choose to have a good day. Today I'm going to choose to honor myself. And I'm going to honor other people in my life. The next day, today I choose to respect me, and I'm going to respect the other people in my life, and so on. Just each morning making a choice. It changes your life.